What's up, guys? It's Adam the Science Tutor, and today we're going to be going over the orbital bones. This is a pretty easy one. I have a little mnemonic for you guys, and there's 7 bones total. So we have our guy sleeping here. It's a Sunday, and so this is going to have to do with our mnemonics. So everyone feels lazy. So we got to remember lazy has an L and a Z. So everyone feels lazy prior. Not to mess up, so it's prior to Sunday morning. So everyone feels lazy. Everyone feels lazy prior to Sunday morning. And that's kind of true. So drew a little guy there, he's knocked out. He doesn't want to wake up either. It's everyone's lazy prior to Sunday morning. So we're gonna highlight the E, F, L, and Z. E, F, L. The Z should be highlighted as well. And it's Sunday, so it's prior to Sunday. Everyone feels lazy prior to Sunday because Sunday's God's day. So to figure out the bones, E is for ethmoid bone. That's probably the most medial bone. Then we have our frontal bone, which is kind of this top area right here. The lacrimal bone. Lacrimal, if you guys remember, lacrimal gland is the tear duct. So that can kind of give you a cue of where that one's going to be at on the structure. We're going to have a palatine bone. We're going to have our sphenoid bone. Sphenoid bone has a greater wing and our medial wing. And then we have our maxillary. So maxillary, if you guys remember, that one is our maxilla. It's where our maxillary artery's at. It's kind of more in the middle. And Z, which is the one I forgot, that's our zygoma bone. Zygoma. It's kind of our this under area right here. This is our zygoma. So that's cool. So everybody feels lazy prior to Sunday morning. Prior to lazy Sunday morning. Cool. Now let's fill in our little graph guy. So we got an eye right here. We have a couple, things that we could kind of identify. So that's our nasal bone. And then we're going to have some foramen. So that's our supraorbital foramen and our infraorbital foramen. So we're going to have different vessels and nerves going through there. That's really not important for this video. I'm going to leave some of these marked out so that we don't get confused. We're just talking about our infraorbital bones. So this one down right here, I've already told y'all what that one was. It's our zygoma, so zygomatic or zygoma bone. So it's our zygoma bone. Now I'm gonna probably look for the lacrimal. Lacrimal is usually easiest for me to identify too. So we have our lacrimal bone, more medial to our lacrimal gland or our tear duct. So we have our lacrimal bone. And then the most medial to that is gonna be our palatine bone. So it's our palatine bone. So we got most of our thing covered. So if we remember, everyone, E, and I told you all that one's more in the middle. So that's more medial. So that's E for ethmoid. Everyone, ethmoid. What else are we gonna do? And so yeah, once again, so it's pretty easy. Everyone feels lazy prior to Sunday morning. So our sphenoid kind of wraps around. Sphenoid is coming more, it's more internal. So that's our sphenoid bone. In pink right here is going to be our frontal bone. We have our frontalis muscle over it, so our frontal bone, which makes sense. Don't worry about the roof of orbit. Those are just that's just our borders, our bone borders. These right now, what I'm doing is these are all in, these are just foramen. So we have our superior orbital fissure, our optic foramen. Those we're not going to worry about though. So we got our, everyone feels lazy prior to Sunday morning. We have that all figured out. We're missing one more, which is this green right here. And the green's kind of bordering around that lacrimal gland as well. So that's our maxilla. And that sums it up. So that finishes up our bones of the orbit. So it's not too bad. So it's only 7. Remember, with the mnemonic, it helps you kind of gear up what's actually there. But other than that, it's pretty simple, self-explanatory as well. So cool. Thank you all for tuning in. Check you all next time.